What's going on, guys? I am back with one more Christmas video before the end of December of 2019. Let's get straight into it, adding some foundation. So I ended up covering my brows with some glue and some setting powder, but about halfway into the video I decided to take it all off because I went a different direction with the look that I had in mind. Next, I'm taking that black from the Snazaroo Palette and I am just lightly tracing where I want the mouthpiece to start. I would suggest starting off really light with the trace, and then as you set your lines, then going a little darker. So I'm taking my NYX liquid eyeliner and I'm just retracing over the exact lines that I traced out with the Snazaroo, just to make it a little darker and more defined. Next, I'm going in with the black from the James Charles palette, and I am taking a little flat brush and just creating this dark line of eyeshadow right underneath that traced out line. So here I'm just taking my brush and dragging down that black eyeshadow towards my cheek. Next, I'm going in with that shade that's in the left-hand corner, and I am also just dragging this color down, kind of picking up some of that black that's right above, just to kind of create this smoked out ombre, black to red, I don't know, blend. After cleaning up the lines with a little bit of concealer, I went in with the white from the Snazaroo palette and created a thin white highlight around the edges of these black lines. So I started to notice that once I did my eyeshadow and my eyeshadow came out really red, I noticed that my cheeks looked more burgundy than red. So all I did was add those two colors in the left hand corner, which is that orangish red color and that red below it. And I just went crazy with adding it in there, but also just blending it with a big brush and kind of dragging that black down as much as you can to blend it out. I hope that made sense. I have to use two hands to hold one brush for this. I think my hands start shaking whenever I'm like super focused and my lines have to be super straight. It's and sharp. It just messes with my mind, so my hands start shaking. So that's why you see me holding myself. So I started off making half of a peppermint red above my eyebrow, and once I finished it, I wasn't really feeling it, but I also wanted to keep that peppermint like a little vibe up there. So I just decided to create the same point that I did below my eye, right above my eye, but keep the peppermint, I guess, tracings, paintings inside the lines. I traced out this like pointy nose, and you will see me in probably about 3 minutes or less change that. I was not feeling it once I filled it in with this peppermint. It just felt like it looked weird, so I changed the shape a little bit. So I'm taking that white from the Snazaroo palette and I'm just tracing out where I want this dripping of a peppermint, whatever. Just watch. It's easier than me explaining. So this is when I decided I'm just going to do giant peppermints all around my neck and collar. And I used just a big old roll of tape and just traced it out with some black eyeshadow. Nothing too harsh for the lines because some of that might change and you don't want paint to be involved. Eyeshadow is easier to blend out. Next, I'm taking that white from the Snazaroo palette and I am just filling in every single one of these. Kind of have them overlap each other just to give it more of a cluttered, like stuffed peppermint look. Now I'm tracing out the peppermint lines and then going to fill them in. I used the red from the Snazaroo palette. I liked it, but I felt like the Imagic red just looked a lot brighter. So I would personally suggest using just the red from the Imagic palette. Next, I'm taking some of that black eyeshadow again and just retouching the shadows around the peppermints. I added a super thin line of the black eyeshadow right above the white.